My son Cooper is 2 years old. He is a fiery little redhead who is a typical 2-year-old in the ways of he loves to play, he loves bubbles, he loves to be rough and roll on the floor, and he's a great kid. Cooper was diagnosed with Down syndrome the night he was born. They told us in the very first minutes before we even held him, and so we didn't ever know anything different. Raising a child with special needs is both a blessing and a challenge. Navigating a system that you have never had to use before, learning a language that you've never had to use before, and in the beginning it can be very scary, it can be very intimidating, and you have to find people and resources that can tell you and show you what you need to know, because in the beginning you don't know what you don't know. I have served on several boards in the community and had heard about Partners in Learning, but didn't know a whole lot about it. I knew that it was a child care facility. I knew that they worked with children with special needs, but that was about as far as it went. And so when Cooper was born and we found out he had Down syndrome, I immediately called Partners in Learning and talked with Deborah and just explained that we didn't know much about the school, and that we, hadn't even visited, but that we were sure that we had to have a space because Partners had that reputation. We had been told that that was the place for a child with special needs where he was going to do best, and so we just knew that's where he had to be. That they have so many resources for children with special needs and for families with special needs. There are support groups. There's an inclusion specialist, Cindy Webb, whose job is to work specifically to make sure that we have the resources we need, that he has the resources he needs. There are therapists on staff that can work with him here in the school, and they can also work in our home at times where that's appropriate. But I think the resources and the support are probably one of the bigger parts. The other thing that we value so much about Partners in Learning is that our child is in a classroom with typical children, with typically developing peers, but he's also with other children with special needs. So he's surrounded by all different types of children, and he is both accommodated in the ways that he needs to be accommodated, but he's also challenged to do all the things his typical peers are doing. And so it's a balance of the best of both of those worlds. But most of all, he's valued for who he is. He does not walk into these doors and he's not looked at like, oh, there's Cooper with Down syndrome. He's just Cooper, and he is valued for the unique individual that he is. And as a parent of a child with special needs, there is nothing more important. If I were talking to another parent about Partners in Learning, especially a parent of a child with special needs, I would tell them that this is the place, not only in Rowan County, but from what I've seen in the state, for a child with special needs. There is no better facility for a child to be in an environment where they are surrounded by all types of children, but also accommodated, because children with special needs they're all different, and they all have different needs, and they all have different ways of being accommodated. So to put your child in a situation where there either isn't the experience level of helping them in the way they need to be helped, or there isn't the willingness, is a mistake. Make the investment, the financial investment and the time investment to come here, because this is a place where your child will thrive.
My experience as an early childhood director is wonderful. I work for Cornerstone, and with it being a growing business and open in all the different locations that we have in the sites, it's hard at times to keep everybody on board and keeping the vision in sight and keeping them motivated. Miss Norma has assisted us in so many different ways. One of the ways that she has done that is coming out, mentoring, giving us different tools, showing us different ways to try different tactics and things in our classrooms with our children. Really, she's one of those that's kind of done the hands-on, so she's kind of this and that, been there, done that kind of person. So if there's something out there that we're having troubles or difficulties with, we can always ask her, and she can either show us a way or help us find a way to make it better and to improve it. The value and quality of childcare in the community, nobody understands the real, true importance of it. Because the beginning years are the most important years. And unfortunately, with the economy, the community always kind of pushes that to the side. And because we do impact so much, that means, the tremendous amount for the children. I just really wish that people would value it so we could get the support and the funding that the children need so we can offer that quality care that they deserve. Miss Norma, in assisting us and shadowing us while we were going through our rated license assessment project, she came in, she assisted us in learning what the tool was, how to use it, how to observe our classrooms, and even allowed us to do one-on-one observations with her classrooms here, and then take that information back and apply it to our own centers. If I was to tell another director in the center, in the community, about Partners in Learning, I would tell them, definitely speak with Miss Norma, go visit the classrooms, work with the children, talk to the teachers, talk to parents. It's not just a center. She's not out there, it's nonprofit. We're here for the children. She's here for the needs of the children to really promote, diversity, getting the children help if they need it. Just really, she helps you to grow, but at the same time, you're growing the children where they need to be.
I have 4 children. Destiny, she's 9. Natalia, she's 8. Yayla, she's 4. And Haley is 2. Partners Learn has helped a lot because for the freedom, like my older children were able to go into younger children's classroom and utilize their thinking to help other children and just be themselves. They really opened up because of Partners in Learning. They came out their shell. I have very, very shy children. Putting my children in childcare allowed me to go to school and go back to school. Now I'm majoring in biotechnology. I'm trying to find the cure to the cancer, so it has really opened me up to just more, way more. Being in the classroom setting, I hear them mumbling and singing songs, and I just feel like the love from the teachers and the love from the students, and I'm like, I really like the bond. I really like the bond that they have because, it takes more than just teaching. It takes love to make a family grow.
I got three children, 2 sons, 1 daughter. My oldest is Elena. She's 12 years old. I got a middle boy, CJ. He's autistic. He's 5 years old. And I got Robbie, goes to Partners in Learning. He's 2. When CJ was born, he was like kind of slow. We picked up about 1.5, 2 years old. Noticed more like his speech was more slurring back, not full sentences. What does couldn't talk that much. Me and my wife Patricia decided to get him diagnosed. So we had nothing new about autistic. We started talking to people. We got more contact with people that had autistic kids, and they put us to do some Partners in Learning with Norma. Norma's helped us out tremendously with CJ. It was kind of tough. Like, I knew nothing about autistic kids. Now I'm great with them. I love autistic children. I have one of my own.